July is so much different. I think that's a good accomplishment anyway. I am so excited to share with you how my Notion setup looks like for July because it is literally on point. This video is going to be a July reset and it's going to be divided into 3 parts. Part 1 is going to be my environmental reset where I'm basically just going to be cleaning my apartment. Part 2 is going to be my reflection where I talk about my goals for June and whether or not I achieved them. And then part 3 is the actual July plan with me. If you're new to my channel, hi, my name is Janelle. I am 29 years old and I'm finishing up my bachelor's degree in computer science. I live with my boyfriend and our 2 cats, and I love to talk about organization, personal development, and anything having to do with lifestyle. Also forgot to mention that I will be providing some free Notion templates, so if you want to check those out, they will be linked in the description. I'm not going to delay any further. I'm just going to get into the monthly reset, but I will leave timestamps in the description so that you can skip to whichever section that you want. And without further ado, let's just get into the reset. So this is the current state of my apartment right now. Please don't come for me. Finals was literally last week and my graduation ceremony was last night and it was very late last night. So yeah, things got a little bit hectic. But just like last month's video, I really want to do a reset of my environment first before I get into the reflection and the planning aspects. So I've already made a short list of the things that I want to do today and I want to get them done as quickly as possible because I don't want to burn myself out this week. So I'm going to start a cleaning YouTube video to play in the background. I might set a timer this time. I'm not sure if I want to do that again, but I don't want to waste any more time introducing what I'm gonna do, and I just want to get it done. Yesterday I finished my cleaning reset and I'm feeling really good today. I kind of want to make this a regular thing where I just clean up before I do a monthly reset, or even make the cleaning a part of the monthly reset, because sometimes I just cannot think when my environment is messy. I don't know if anyone else experiences that, but when my space is cluttered, so is my brain. So that needed to happen, and now we can get on with the planning part of this video. So first I want to do like a little bit of reflection on June. Last month I recorded it on my PC, my desktop computer, and for some reason the colors didn't come out as nicely as they did on my laptop. However, my laptop is a laptop, so whenever there's too many things going on, like when I'm screen recording, sometimes it starts to sound like it's about to take off. Hopefully you won't be able to hear that because I'm gonna try and screen record on my laptop this time. But I'm basically choosing between whether or not I want the video to look nicer or if I want the video to sound nicer. The AC is going on anyway, so I don't know, it's just not that big of a deal. Maybe it makes a difference in the video quality, but I don't know. We'll see how this turns out. But let's not dilly-dally any further and let's just get into the reflection part of this video. I've made this new page called 2023 in a nutshell. If you've seen my previous plan with me, I had an archive, but now that I'm doing monthly resets, I don't want to just like throw everything in an archive. I kind of want to save how my months looked in the past so that I can reference them again. So let's go into June. I've already like put it in my 2023 in a nutshell. But this is basically how my June setup looked like before. And once we get into the July plan, it's gonna look completely different. So stay tuned for that. But this is how June looked like. I didn't want to overthink it because I was gonna have finals week and there was a lot going on in June. So I just didn't really think too much about what I was doing, but I think it still turned out like really nice and really aesthetic. Going over my goals for June, I wanted to meditate every day, and thinking back on that, I realized that meditating every day was not really a realistic goal. I feel like saying that you're gonna do something every day is not a good goal to have. So I feel like a better goal that I should have set was to like meditate for 50% of June or something like that, and have like a measure of like how many days that I meditated over the total amount of days or something like that. I don't think it's realistic to meditate every day, and I don't think that people need to meditate every day. Second goal was my marketing project, and this is an external goal because it's a school assignment. And sometimes I don't feel very much accomplished when it's something that I have to do rather than something that I wanted to do. So I'm glad that I put this as a goal because it really was like something that I was finding it difficult to do, even though it's just a marketing project. I don't know why I got in my head so much about how large this project was. It wasn't even that big of a project, but I'm glad I got it done. My next goal was to finish my game, and if you haven't seen my last video, I talked a little bit about the game that I was supposed to do for my game class. This is probably gonna sound like a broken record for people who have been watching my videos consistently, but I was a part of a team where we basically made a game for the entire quarter, and we finished that. We demoed that. I'll leave the link in the description for the live stream video, but yeah, I'm very proud of the way that the game turned out. My next goal was upload 4 videos, and I skipped a week this month because I was so busy with everything and very overwhelmed that I just couldn't make a video one week. Currently, we're in the 4th week, which you're probably watching this video right now. So technically I'll have uploaded 3 videos this month, so I won't meet this goal, but it's fine. I did 3 out of 4. I think that's a good accomplishment anyway. And then my last goal was to get back into reading, and this is the same as meditate every day. I just don't think that I wrote this goal in a very good way. Like, it's just not a measurable goal, because honestly you could just read like one day and technically you would have gotten back into reading. But yeah, basically I didn't define this goal very well, and so I don't think, well, I didn't read anything, so I technically didn't meet this goal. But yeah, I did have my important dates here, which all of this had already passed, and then we can get into the habits. So I've already talked about uploading 4 videos, so you can see here that I've skipped week 2 and we're currently in week 4 right now, which we're on track to finishing off the month strong. And then you can see here the habits that I wanted to implement, which is meditate, journal, and study. And you can clearly see how much progress I made on all of these. Meditate, I was doing pretty okay on the first week, and then I did really good on the second week. And then on the third week for me, which was finals week, I didn't do any meditation, which honestly, I feel like meditating could have helped during finals week, but I just didn't do it for some reason. And then we're currently on week 4, which I haven't done any meditation ever since week 2. So yeah, I've definitely fallen off the wagon on meditation. Journaling, I also wanted to make it a goal to journal this month, but I didn't do any journaling at all for the month of June. For some reason, I didn't see the need to journal, and honestly, I feel like journaling would have helped me, but I think I need like a journal prompt or one of those like 5-minute journals that has the set prompts for you, because sometimes I feel like my journaling gets a little bit repetitive. So I think I need some sort of journal or like book with a bunch of journal prompts that I can fill out on my own. And then for studying, I did study like for one day, I think, on the first week, and then I stopped studying completely for the rest of the weeks. And like I said, finals week was in week 3 and I did not do any studying. I was vlogging that week and I said so many times that like I didn't study for my finals, which that didn't really matter too much. I didn't have any like computer science finals. I basically just had French and marketing. I had this quote here, "No one can make you feel inferior without your consent," by Eleanor Roosevelt. I said last month that I am graduating from Eleanor Roosevelt College at UC San Diego, and I finally graduated, and you'll see the pictures in a second. But yeah, well, technically I didn't graduate yet. I still have one more class, but I walked in the commencement and it was really fun. Next, I had my weekly habit trackers, which I had in a drop down menu here, and this was basically to be able to like fill this out and then put it into the monthly habit tracker over here. So like for week 1, I had 28.6% of my meditation done, and so I just filled that out in here, and I manually put everything in here. As you can see, like I didn't put anything for this week, but yeah, everything's all manual. Next is my June memories, and if you remember from last month, I actually had this as books read in June. I did not read any books in June, and so this was completely empty by the end of this month. So what I did instead was just make June memories, and this is part of the reason why I created a new page called 2023 in a nutshell, because I want to be able to go back into previous months and look at the previous month's memories. I kind of want to like be able to document all the things that I did in the past month. I have a terrible memory, so I kind of want to make my Notion into like a digital scrapbook. So this is why I'm starting to put my photos in here. But yeah, like I said, I didn't graduate this month, but I had a graduation ceremony, and so these are the photos from my graduation ceremony. I'm very happy of all the memories that we made, and that day was so stressful, but I'm very happy that I went through with it and didn't just like unceremoniously graduate or whatever. I used to be the type of person that wouldn't really celebrate my wins or whatever, and this is literally the hardest thing that I've ever done. And I've been in the military before, so it's a very bold statement for me to say that college was the hardest thing I've ever done, but literally that's how I feel. So yeah, that's how June looked like for me. And if you really liked how my monthly setup looked for June, I'm gonna leave the link to the template in the description of this video, so you can go back and like make a copy of the template and use it for yourself. It's completely free, by the way. I don't remember if I mentioned this in the last video, but all the templates that I'm going to be mentioning in my videos are going to be free. For now, I don't feel the need to charge people for the way that I set up stuff, because I don't feel like my stuff is that advanced yet, but it did take me a while. So if you liked it, definitely use it. So that was my June setup, and I really hope that you liked it, but I found that it was very simple. Like I said, there was a lot going on in June, so I didn't want to make it too complicated, but July is so much different, and I'm very excited to share it with you. We're doing this all in one day because I'm so excited to share with you how my July setup looks like, and it is so different. I went so hard on Notion this past week, and I have a bunch of new setups, but for this video, I'm just narrowing it down to the July setup. But let's not delay any further and get into my July setup. Right off the bat, we have a purple theme going on. This is actually a screen grab from Spirited Away. So the rest of the setup is gonna be Studio Ghibli themed, but it's gonna be like a purple theme rather than like the nature green theme that I feel like a lot of people do. In the last video, I had things separated by quick capture and like the actual navigation. And now that I'm almost done with school, I don't find the need to have a quick capture pane anymore. So I have everything all in my navigation, and I'm sure there's gonna be a way to organize every single new page that I make now. So yeah, no need for quick capture, but I do still have this new page button here. Some new things here that weren't here last month were my language learning page and my travel dashboard. Definitely let me know if you want me to make separate videos on language learning and my travel dashboard. I'm still currently tweaking these two pages, but I think in the future I will be able to share how I organize everything in these two pages. But for now, just know that I've been working on these like a lot. I've been spending so much time trying to like fix these up and make them look nice, and I don't want that to go to waste. I want to show people and like give people a template of these. So yeah, let me know if you want to see those. Next, let's get into my July goals. So my first goal for July is to read 2 books. Since I did poorly on reading last month and I wanted to make it a goal to get back into reading, I wanted to be more specific on what that entails. So I think reading 2 books is definitely doable. So I want to make that my goal for this month rather than getting back into reading. My next goal is to apply to 20 jobs. Ideally, I want to apply to jobs every single day. So I think 20 jobs, if I'm applying every single day, is definitely reasonable. There is a lot more involved, especially when it comes to computer science jobs or software engineering jobs. There's a lot more involved with doing that, but I think starting off with just applying to 20 jobs is gonna be doable for me. And then the last thing is I want to upload 4 videos. So just like last month, I want to stay consistent with my YouTube channel. Although I think there are 5 Sundays in July, but yeah, 4 videos I think is gonna be good enough for me. So those are my July goals. Next is my habit tracker, and it definitely looks different from what you saw before. Basically, I have 2 databases here. One is my actual habits, like checking off if I applied for a job, did my meditation, and read something. And then I have a separate database here to track the analytics. And something new that I've done is that I've automated this. So anytime I check something off in here, like for example, on Monday, if I meditated, the analytics gets updated here too. So it's gonna track the percentage of all of the daily habits that I've added. So if I add a new daily habit page here, this is gonna update to 25% because there are 4 days that I've added a daily habit page, if that makes sense. I'm very happy that I was able to automate this because it was kind of annoying going into the specific week's habits and then updating the big monthly habit tracker. It was just really annoying for June's setup, so I'm really glad that I was able to automate this. And then next I have my July memories, where I'm gonna be able to add images into this page, and then I'm gonna save this eventually into the 2023 in a nutshell. That way I know like all the stuff that happened in July of 2023. And I've also added a button here to make it easier to add new images. So if you click on new image, it's gonna add an image where you could just like upload a file in here. And then you could also drag these next to each other to make these look nicer. I don't know how many columns you want to make, so just drag and drop it wherever you see fit. And then last thing in here, which is not in the template because I'm still trying to figure this stuff out, this is gonna be my ultimate task tracker. I'm still trying to figure this out, so I'm not gonna get into too much detail here, but basically all of these are tasks. And I have like a status here, so not started, in progress, done, pretty self-explanatory. I have the due date, and I have a checkbox here on whether or not I added it to Habitica. Habitica is this application that I use to help me to get stuff done. It's basically a way for me to gamify my life in order to get stuff done, because otherwise it's very hard for me to do things. Even normal stuff like making phone calls, setting up appointments, it's very difficult for me, so I need to gamify my life in order to do stuff. I also have the priority, which I'm not sure if I want to keep this way of organizing by priority because I find it hard to prioritize things, and I'm still figuring out how I can word things to make it seem more importance to me. And then the last thing is like obviously the section. I'm gonna add more sections like chores and admin stuff, but these are the basic sections that I've added so far. Like I said, this is not gonna be in the template, so don't expect this to be in there because I'm still tweaking stuff, and eventually I'm gonna add it, or I'm gonna make my own template of this. But for now, it's just gonna be for me. So before I go, I wanna show you how you're gonna use the template, because I feel like this is gonna be very useful to a lot of people. So I definitely wanna share it, and I wanna show you how to use it. When you get into the template, this is how it's gonna look like. So first off, I have a navigation pane here, and you can add as many pages as you want to this. I have a button here where you can add a new page to make it easier for yourself. And then I have the goals here, and I have a couple of sample goals here already, but if you have more goals than just 3, you're gonna wanna create a new goal. So what you wanna do is click on new here, and I already have a default template, so whenever you create a new goal, it's already gonna populate with this icon here, and you basically just change the name of this goal. So we'll just put goal 4. and you add a cover. You can change this if you want by clicking change cover, and then you can upload your own file. And then a file browser is gonna pop up and you just select the photo that you want to add as your cover. I'm gonna choose this one and hit open. And I've also populated here the task to complete the goal. So you can organize this however you want. If this is a big project, you're gonna have a bunch of tasks to complete that project. So use this as you see fit. So that's how you add a goal. Next, I'm gonna show you how to add a new habit because that's a little bit more advanced, but we can get through it. So if you click on this arrow next to the new button, it's gonna open the templates. And what you wanna do is click on these 3 dots right here to edit the template. So click on edit. You're gonna duplicate one of these properties. So habit 3, we're gonna duplicate that and then just rename it to habit 4. Next, you're gonna click out of here and go to completion rate to add a new property. And what you want to do is scroll down and look for roll up. It has this magnifying glass symbol. Click on that and add the new habit. So this is habit 4. And the relation that you want to set up is habits. The property that you want to pick is habit 4, of course. And then what you want to calculate is percent checked. And then this is going to pop up. You want to select ring and then choose the color. We're going to pick purple, and show number is fine. So now that that's all set up, you still don't see the 4th habit on here. There's only 3 habits on here. So what you want to do is click on these 3 dots on this table and then click properties and click this little eyeball icon. And now every time you click on the habit, it's gonna show up on the completion rate. And that's how you set up a new habit in this template. I hope that wasn't too confusing. I know it's kind of an advanced feature that Notion has, but hopefully I explained it okay. And then lastly, you also have your July memories in this template, which I've explained already, that you can just add an image and like drag and drop wherever you see fit. My laptop is working extra hard right now. But yeah, that is basically how my July setup looks like and how you can use my template. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. I worked very hard to make everything look nice and aesthetic. I'm just so happy to share it with you. I love organizing things and I love tweaking my Notion to make it look nice and to make it look new every single month. So you can probably expect me to make a new template every single month for like a monthly Notion setup. So definitely stay tuned for how August is gonna look. August is my birthday month too, so it's probably gonna look very nice for August. But July looks pretty nice too. But anyways, that's my video. I hope you find inspiration in it. I hope that you achieved some goals for June and that you have some really good July goals. Definitely let me know what your goals are for July. I would love to know. And also let me know how you plan to organize everything for July. I hope you have a wonderful day and I will see you in my next video.